great people of the southern British Cameroon, citizens of Ambazonia. The following na the speech where the president of the Ambazonia Governing Council, Dr. Cho Lucas Ayaba, Igiam, for the meeting where they be taken for Canada, will be organized by the NGO CDN. Before we play the audio and for translate them, I go want for first apologize. Say the first one will be put them for our side. It will be na the wrong one. Now a matter of mistake file. The file them be plenty for computer where you get the same name. We can read na the old one will be addressed and for that CDN last year. So this one na the speech where he gam, where after he began in front of all the leaderships and where they be there for inside day and the participant, the observers, and the plenty international diplomat them. After the speech be finished, all man be stand up, including all the white man the winner diplomat them, then clap for clap for the thing we talk on behalf of Ambazonia. So fellow country people them na the speech it is as it go.
And the floor is yours.
Thanks a lot, the leadership of the CDN.
Leader them for this CDN. I thank una plenty.
Good afternoon to the leadership of Amazonia and to all the diplomats, stakeholders, and interested parties.
Afternoon for the Ambazonia people, their leader them, and the people where they for here where they represent the other country them, foreign country them, and for all man where they participate for the inside this meeting. Una salute.
My apologies that I couldn't be with you because of my national security could not give clearance. A lot of threats.
Una sorry, sir, no be fit come for the Mississippi because say our security people they be talk say the security situation it no be fine for me for come for the in person.
But also I thought I could make a more formal address, but I've not been quite well. But
I be also think, sir, for fee write them down for deliver them for una very formal address, but no be the fee me fine.
thought it will be a matter of courtesy and respect to all those assembled to say hello and to thank you all for coming together to discuss the issues that concerns Ambazonia and the ongoing genocide being perpetrated by Cameroon.
For sure respect, I say make a come for thank all na how na dan gather for talk about the thing them way it worry people for Ambazonia and also for talk about the war where Pobia Idam try for kill all man way it did for inside Ambazonia.
Just say a few words to our people who are assembled in here.
I go do talk some small thing them for our people them way then they for inside here.
I know we are hurting. I know there are divisions in terms of approaches.
I know say all we would feel pain. I know say all we get different way than what we facing at the way for go forward.
But I'm grateful that, despite the nuances, despite the perceived divisions, we continue in our various niches to articulate the case for our country and for our people.
Even though all we give our own different way them, but I be very happy. Say, oh man, it is he try for your own different way for begin to push things that may go forward for our people them.
And I encourage all of you to be concrete in aspects of collaboration.
I encourage all na make una take correct action when it comes for working together.
In the past 4 years, we have been very rhetorical on the issue of collaboration.
For the past 4 years them, we don't only talk na for talk about how to work together.
The Vice President of the AGOVC has with him different models that we can use to work together.
the vice president for the Ambazonia Governing Council, where she don't for day with una, he get different way them for work together where you don't bring them.
We have looked at the Tony Blair Gordon Brown model of alternative leadership.
We don't look about the kind leadership we did for United Kingdom between Tony Blair and Gordon Brown, the way they collaborate.
We've looked at the UN model, I think that was adopted by Eritrea.
Would also look the way leadership it be there for Eritrea when at the United Nations also it be proposal.
We have looked at what they call parliamentary model, which is very difficult to articulate in liberation struggle.
Would also look collaboration for the style when it like parliament way, but way it be very hard for do when you then for inside the kind war for free country.
Because you will not be able to determine majoritarian rule.
Because it will be hard for know who will be get majority for people them for be able for lead.
But it is important that when we talk about collaboration, leadership must be able to make concrete and tangible proposals.
It be important, say if we want talk how we lead at them, they go the join for lead. We need to make correct way formula way how the leader them it go lead the Ambazonia people them.
And give away something. And the Ambazonian Governing Council has proposed to different leaders a model of at least shared leadership.
All side it must also surrender something, give away something when they talk how way now which leader it go the lead Ambazonia. All side the need for give away something as they agree say now which way go be better way for one man for lead Ambazonia.
Alternate leadership that will bring our people together.
Would propose the one leader go lead, the other one he go also can lead, like one of the way leadership if it did for inside Ambazonia.
That is how concrete we can be.
We don't give something for ground. We don't give our own design.
To our defense forces and I address these, I know the 7 Kata and other forces are there.
For the people where they represent, defense them, army them for Ambazonia, 7 Kata and the rest them for day.
It is very important we understand that the strategy in the defense of our homeland requires that we find some ways of collaborating in terms of logistics, intelligence, and other issues.
It be very important. Make una sabi say when it come for collaboration, we need for look where we go collaborate for the place where they share information, the one where they share have to carry things and move on from one place go to for another, and for many other area them.
And to be able to work together to provide security for our people.
So that we go we know how to work together for help for give protection for people them.
That's the reason why we fight.
Not the reason that way we fight.
I think there are also models which we have proposed that can bring our forces together to be more impactful.
We don't also bring proposal them for where all the army them for inside ground from Ambazonia them we also work together where we give make them be more stronger.
Now, to the international community.
For the people them way they come up for other country them where they represent.
We thank you for coming, but we think you have not really done your utmost.
We thank una for come for here, but una never already do what to own for we do them.
Listen to Mr. Fox of the Foreign Ministry of Switzerland.
I hear from Mr. Fox where I be down get plenty discussion that we hear before when at the Foreign Ministry. He represent at the Foreign Ministry from Switzerland.
With Mr. Bechler, and I'm very grateful for Mr. Bechler's openness and candor in these discussions.
I also want for talk Mr. Bechler too for recognizing where we don't get also good discussion. I like the way we always talk always talk through.
The problem is not Ambazonia.
The problem not be Ambazonia.
The Ambazonian people The Ambazonian leadership are committed to a negotiated settlement.
The Ambazonian people, all leader them for Ambazonia, they don't already agree, say this war and problem if he is supposed to be solved for negotiation table.
We have proposed concrete models that have been used in different places, whether Northern Ireland, whether in Eritrea, whether in South Sudan.
Would give our own proposal them for the way negotiation if it be, just like if it done be for other places them, they kind almost the same way. Like the one way they be doing use them for Southern Sudan, the one way they be using for Eritrea and many other places.
That brings credibility to the process.
Where they make a negotiation, at least it be nothing where man believe and man look up to.
And that is sustainable.
Where if it lasts for long time.
And we have been prepared even at what they call classified exchanges.
And would also be prepared even for sacred for talk by for sacred way.
Can begin to address some issues.
So that we'll begin the solve some things and way be amongst us Ambazonian and them.
Though there are weaknesses at the level of the international community.
Though for the international community, some weakness them still day for day.
Problem is Cameroon's lack of commitment.
The problem na say La République du Cameroon, they never commit, they never can put for ground say them two then for the one day for negotiation.
Because we are dealing with a regime that has believed in the use of disproportionate violence.
Because we deal now with La République, where they use power over power, they believe for the use of over power.
For the past 60 years, not only against our people, but against its own people.
For these past 60 years, they ran the use of a power, not be only against we for Ambazonia, even for their own people them.
For the preservation of power.
Because they want for whole power.
And it has never faced consequences for different massacres, using torture as a weapon of political discussion and excessive violence against its own people and our people. There has never been consequences.
Nothing never ever happened for La République when they use of a power for do all kind bad thing them, both for our people them and for their own people them. Nothing. It never ever happened for them. Nothing. So it never happened because they don't do some bad thing.
And Mr. Bia understand the weaknesses of the international community.
Mr. Paul Bia, he know say the one the weak part that for the international community.
And has always played for time, hoping they can defeat opposition through bribery, corruption, and killings.
And he always play, say me time they go. He know say if you use time when time they go for show people them the opposition the way they did for a country and people the way they resist ye.
And we have urged through private discussions the international community to look at different approaches it employed in different conflicts.
So Udam also the talk with the international community, the different way the way they use them.
Bring pressure to bear not only on the actors that are perpetuating the war against our people.
For attack, for punish the people the way na them be na they never spearhead for all the bad thing the way La République they do against our people them.
But on the state of Cameroon.
Also for target Cameroon like a country for all this baba thing them.
It is also important, and we have made concrete proposals that they change their approach in dealing with us.
We also would give them concrete solution them when they want to deal with. We would make a very good proposal them.
I heard Mr. Fox referred to the Anglophones. We aren't.
I don't hear Mr. Fox. He the one he say Anglophone them. Will not be Anglophone them.
The day you alter the way you refer to a conflict party that has assigned a description on itself,
the way you go change for talk for the people them way they go through this type of problem what they for inside.
It will not only send a message to Cameroon that we are serious.
It will also send very strong message for La République du Cameroon. So be very serious.
But it will begin to bring confidence in the process itself.
But it will also make and make people them believe for the process for negotiation where you they bring them.
We have made concrete proposals on how you can change the perception of Cameroon.
We don't give correct proposal them for table, we don't put them for table. How we have change the way we Cameroon they do things them.
Dealing with us in the background serves Cameroon because this.
If we they work with we only for back, it even help na La République.
Still believe they are the only actor that can be dealt with at the international system.
La République or the things say na only them be the people them way when they deal with them for when it come for internationally.
And I've had these concrete discussions with Mr. Bachelet and other diplomats that we have met.
Adam get this discussion with Mr. Bachelet also and all the other representatives them for other countries them way will be that meet up.
We understand, as you've said, there are a lot of social media antics. This is a war fought in the full glare of the social media.
We also know say when they talk say for social media, for internet, plenty talk them day for day, plenty talk them. This time na they age them for internet.
To make a difference between facts and fiction is quite difficult.
It be very difficult for people them for know the truth and for thing when I just lie with people that they make up.
But private discussions will give you a clear picture of where we stand, who we are.
But they talk the way they talk and for back with una. It could make a make una they know thing where will be and what way would they turn up for.
And what we want.
And the thing the way we want them.
This conflict is going to end with justice, not peace.
This war it go can end with justice. It no go can end now say for peace.
Justice for us is represented in a majoritarian position, not expressed by opinion, but scientific surveys carried out by credible institutions. That
justice for we. Now thing where it turn up, no be just for thing where we think but na thing where it turn up for the thing where plenty people group them where they respect them. They don't do research for find them out. Say Ambazonia them one majority of them one na independence. Now the thing that way will turn up for the as a solution. We no be opinion, but nothing way that don't do research on top.
Justice for us is expressed by denialism, attempt at dispossession of the Ambazonian people of their land.
For we for fix this thing, for bring justice, now for solve the thing where La République it don't deny for Ambazonia people them ownership of their land.
Denial by Cameroon to even for the past 40 years compromise on issues of alternating, the structure of the state.
For La République for the past 50 years, they don't even deny for consider even for the me power begin to change when they come when between we and them.
Denying to even decentralize power in a way we can even elect mayors.
They don't deny for even simple thing like for elect mayor. They don't even deny for share power with the mayor them.
That's the system you're dealing with.
Now the kind system that way you talk about.
Not dealing with some democratic understanding system that is going to blink.
When they deal now with some people, then way they even practice democracy, where if we face it, then we change.
Bia has never blinked. He is not going to blink.
Paul Bia, he never ever change. Paul Bia, he no go ever change.
And for us, you have failed us not only in making sure that you can invoke the responsibility to protect.
For we, when I don't fail we, not be only for the fact say when I never call that law where it talks say when I enter for protect we.
To ensure the protection of our civilian population.
For come protect our civilian people them.
You have failed us. We have applied for unilateral adherence to the spirit of the Geneva Convention, which will transform our prisoners to prisoners of war and deny Cameroon the possibility of using its domestic law to prosecute our prisoners.
Wunadam also fail as we don't apply for una plenty time. May una check some law, may una invoke that law where it will protect all people where la Republic their military they don't capture them. So that their status, it go their position for inside prison and international law will change, and then it will make a la Republic, begin use their army criminal military law for begin judge our people them way correct.
Stop it from parading murdered commanders on the street as though we're living, 200 years ago.
If we stop La Republic for not begin key people, then they display their body for ground, just like say they live now in those days, hundreds of years ago.
And we think with our hard stance on Cameroon, we aren't going anywhere.
This hard position the world don't take them against La Republique du Cameroon, we too will not ever change them.
We will not blink on the issue of self-defense.
We'll not go change our mind about the idea for defend ourselves.
In the protection of our territorial integrity, the lives of our people, our own dignity, and for our self-preservation.
For defend our land, our border them, for defend our dignity and the life of our people them, will not be changed for defend them.
Make this promise to you. We will fight Cameroon to the logical end to defend our land. And we
at the promise una say we will fight La Republique until the final end for defend our land.
Will end with independence.
This war, it will end only with independence.
And that is not to say we are warmongering.
And this one, it not mean that say we just like for begin fight war.
We are not some extreme nationalists who believe in war.
We're not just being as some people them way they just want now only war.
All the leaders of this struggle benefit nothing for the prolongation of this war.
All our leadership, they need to benefit anything because the war it is stay.
For the prolongation of this war, we pay our flights, we feed our families. We are not controlling some diamond mines where we reap from these diamond mines and we will enjoy the prolongation of this war.
We need to benefit anything by continuing this war, like some people, the way they control some mineral resources, the way they take money for day. Would they pay our own flight, then when would go for any place, anything would they do money they come out now for our pocket.
We want it to end so that we stop being nomads.
We want the war to end so that our people they need to work and live for place to place, and can call them.
It must end with justice.
But the war must end now with justice.
For our people.
For our people them.
Independence for Ambazonia.
With independence for Ambazonia.
I pray for all of you to return home safely.
I pray for all una. Say una go back for una has them for safe way.
And I hope my team will engage in private consultations with all the stakeholders involved.
I hope say our delegation way day for day it go meet up all the different group them for day privately.
That the CDN can offer its services to facilitate discussions amongst us to mitigate differences.
Say may the CDN it help for make and make people them solve problem the way they in between all of we.
Hope to our people, assure the international community that we are not trying to create an unstable post-independence state.
For give assurance for our people them and also for the international community. Say we need to try and for build some country where it will begin to fight amongst itself.
But that we are trying to build a space where international transactions is going to continue.
But we try for building a country where international transaction they go fit take place for the very peacefully.
That we are going to show that the movement of people is not going to challenge international security.
So that our people they when they do work and the people they travel abroad, go to bring a problem for other countries, like the kind of problem where refugee then they always bring them.
That will be a respectable member of the international system.
want be a country where it could be a country where people they feel respect them, a responsible country in the international community.
It's a promise we give to you.
And I think this way would promise for all now.
It's one you've not gotten in the past 60 years from Cameroon.
For the past 60 years, nobody think this way La Republic idam giam for now.
If you had a choice between Ambazonia and Cameroon on the issue of the international system stability transaction,
if una need for get a choice between we and La Republic when it come for stability, until we know the cause, I mean plenty refugee they remove, they come off for here.
It will be Ambazonia.
Now Ambazonia will be the correct choice we could solve this problem.
God bless you.
May God he bless una. So our country people them, that one the speech with Dr. Joe Lucas Ayaba, President of the Ambazonia Governing Council, leader of our war for liberation, he began for the meeting where it take place for Canada, organized by the CDN. God bless una. On the sideline, I go want to add some small comment for day. Say una be see say after that meeting it be finished, plenty people they be make audio, begin share them, they circulate them for social media. Say Dr. Ayaba, he become for day, he be even coach all the international representative. Or when I hear for our own ear say all those audio them may be been a lie. Each time would it take good step for go before La Republic they go send agent them. Me then come begin the say many things for life, for try for sabotage, and for paint a very black, for paint we very black. So me gonna understand how this criminal they work. So that every time when they hear some audio, so woman or some papa they talk for some silence, very, very serious, taking things very seriously. Me gonna know though begin jump on top, begin believe them. We'll get very good track record and remember them now honorable people where they work out with dignity and with pride for Ambazonia. God bless you now.